sewing friends, it's Carolina Moore here, and I'm hanging out on the Stitch in Heaven YouTube channel, and today we are talking about the Turbo 4-patch ruler. This is a Creative Grids ruler. It is super fun, and I'm going to show you how you can use this with 5-inch squares, whether they're 5-inch squares that you've cut from your scraps or 5-inch pre-cut squares. This makes some really cute and quick 4 patches, and I'm going to show you how. You ready? Let's get started. This is the Turbo 4-patch ruler by Creative Grids, and we're going to use 5-inch squares to make 3.5-inch finished 4 patches. And you can make any size smaller than 3.5-inch finished 4 patches with the Turbo 4-patch and 5-inch squares. But you can make all different kinds of sizes of 4 patches with this ruler. And you can see right on here it shows 4-inch finished, 4.5-inch finished. 4.5-inch finished is the largest with this ruler. And it just matters what size squares you start out with and how you cut. So I'll show you how simple it is. We're going to take our 2 squares of fabric. I have 1 solid and 1 print. I'm going to put them right sides together, and then we stitch down each side. And you want to do a 1/4-inch seam allowance because that's what we do as quilters, but this ruler is super forgiving. So if your 1/4-inch seam allowance isn't a perfect quarter, you're just fine. We're doing the 3.5-inch finished, so we're going to use that 3.5-inch finished line, and we're going to line it right up on our seam line. So we're not doing it on the edge of the fabric, we're doing it on our stitching. And that's why the size of your seam allowance isn't exactly perfect. It doesn't really matter because we're lining up on the stitching. So I've done one side, and then I'm going to do the other side. There we are. We have a little bit of waste, but that's no big deal. Then we're going to grab our iron real quick, and we are going to press these towards the dark. Both these fabrics are pretty dark, so you just pick a dark in this case when they're both really dark like this. Just do a real quick press towards the dark on both of them. And you want to make sure that you pick the same dark for both of them. So I did. I pressed them both towards my green fabric. And then you're going to put them right sides together again, but this time I've got the green on the left, the red on the right. So on the top I want the green on the right and the red on the left. So opposites attracting here. And I'm going to line up the seam line, and you'll be able to feel where they nest together. And now you're going to do the same thing we did before, stitch a 1/4 inch on each side. And again, if it isn't an exact perfect 1/4 inch, we're going to be totally fine. So when we do that, it'll look just like this. We have our 1/4 inches stitch on each side. We're going to use this exact same line on our Turbo 4-patch. This is that 3.5-inch finished line. And again with a 3.5-inch finished line. And we've taken our 2 5-inch squares and we've turned them into 2 3.5-inch finished 4 patches. Just like that. Super simple, right? That is the Turbo 4-patch ruler, and you can use all different kinds of squares and whip them right up into perfect 4 patches where your seam allowances, if they're not exactly perfect, it's totally fine. The ruler's got you covered. Awesome, right? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. And we're hanging out here on the Stitch in Heaven channel. Make sure you look around while you're here at all the awesome stuff and subscribe to this channel because there are more fun quilting videos coming your way. Thanks so much for watching, my friends, and we'll see you here real soon. Bye for now.